Hi, I'm Danielle Wiley, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the tools that I've used as a mom who just started her own business. Some of the tools that I've used since I really don't have any funding at all and have been had to have been super, super scrappy to start up Sway Group. Some of the really great online tools that I've used, my absolute favorite one is EchoSign. So, since we are an agency for bloggers, our business is all about contracts. And EchoSign, for those who don't know, is an online tool that lets you send out contracts for electronic signature. It's really, really amazing. You can have a contract signed by multiple parties within just a few minutes' time. And I found, especially dealing with the blogosphere, the ability for people to fax documents, scan them in, send them back is just really, really spotty. Before we had EchoSign, I had some bloggers actually taking digital photographs of their contracts and sending them to me that way. So EchoSign has been an absolute lifesaver. Another tool that we love using is called HighRise. This is again, an online tool. It lives in the cloud. It's part of a company called 37 Signals. And HighRise is basically a contact management software. So it allows us to keep track of all the people who we're talking to on a daily, weekly basis. It works really, really smoothly. So when people submit an inquiry through the contact form on our website, that automatically gets uploaded to HighRise, which is a huge lifesaver. It allows us to keep track of all of the people who we're trying to sell projects into. It allows us to keep track of all the bloggers who we work with, and it's just been phenomenal. So, for example, when you're looking at someone's contact page on HighRise, you're actually able to see all sorts of information about them. It pulls in their Twitter feed so you can quickly make sure that no disasters have popped up, that the person who you're talking to is not going through a really hard time that day, and it would be completely inappropriate for you to reach out, which in the social media space, I find that that's even more of a concern because people typically assume that you know everything about them just from following them on Twitter and on Facebook. So it's a huge lifesaver there. It even does some silly things like pull in the weather using the person's street address, which gives you some nice small talk to have if you're trying to make a sale. And again, HighRise works really, really smoothly. So in addition to that seamless integration with the contact form, you can also BCC your HighRise Dropbox, and that back and forth correspondence automatically gets appended to that contact's file and page on HighRise, so you can keep track of all the communications. It's just been amazing. So those are two of my favorite software tools that I have been relying on. Both of them are relatively inexpensive, especially compared to typical offline tools that you might purchase. And then just another thing that I thought I would mention in terms of being scrappy as when you have no funding is to look at some of the things that you do in your life that keep you happy and keep you sane. So for me, it's Pilates. I'm absolutely obsessed. But when I quit my job and started working on my own business, it didn't really make sense and it wasn't really practical for me to continue to pay all the money that I was paying for Pilates classes. So I worked out a trade with my Pilates studio and I helped them a couple of hours every month on Twitter and on their Facebook promotion in return for free Pilates classes. So that's just been another way that I've kind of been scrappy and able to kind of keep my sanity, keep myself strong while I get this business started up. So hopefully these tips are helpful to you. Starting next week, I would love to address any of the questions that you guys have about turning your blog into a business and making money off of your brand and your blog. So please email me at Danielle@SwayGroupLLC.com and let me know what you'd like me to address. And I look forward to continuing this column. Thanks.